wishes to make.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and you're right. We have a lot of issues with these bills that are before us, and it's not just our prerogative to remind the committee of these issues, but we think it's our obligation because what we do here is supposed to be important, and it reflects on our ability to lead in the world and to be viewed credibly. But when it comes to global leadership, we have a very different idea of what leadership looks like. After listening to your opening statement, I mean, we believe that Joe Biden has rebuilt America's standing in the world after Donald Trump ruined it, quite frankly. And it was Republicans, not Joe Biden, who held up aid to Ukraine for 9 months because their side buys into the Kremlin propaganda. It was a Republican president who went to North Korea, Mr. Chairman, who actually said after meeting with Kim Jong-un that we fell in love. Who says that? Donald Trump says that. It was a Republican president named Donald Trump who fawned over Vladimir Putin, who can't find enough superlative adjectives to praise people like Viktor Orban and every other dictator in the world. I'm, for one, I'm glad that we have a president right now who is trying to rebuild America's image around the world and who is standing up for democracy, which is something that used to be a bipartisan value that we all were committed to protecting democracy, not only here in the United States, but helping to promote it and protect it around the world. But we are here today to consider 3 more extreme MAGA funding bills for fiscal year 2025. H.R. 8752, the GOP's Department of Homeland Security appropriation bill, wastes billions of dollars on useless, ineffective border measures while disregarding present threats from terrorists, foreign adversaries, and violent extremists. We're going to hear a lot from our Republican colleagues about how this bill will secure the border, but it won't. And let's be real here. Republicans don't want to secure the border. They had a chance to do so with a bipartisan Senate border plan. They killed it because Trump said so. They're more interested in exploiting the border and creating chaos than actually doing anything to address problems at the border in a real and meaningful way. This is yet another wasted opportunity for them to address what they claim is their top concern. Next, we have H.R. 8771, the Department of State and Foreign Operations Appropriations Bill. It diminishes our country's leadership and totally isolates us on the world stage. The devastating cuts in this bill amount to an American retreat that shortchanges foreign assistance, harms our efforts to protect women, and deeply damages our ability to lead the global response to the climate crisis. And then we have H.R. 8774, Republicans' Department of Defense Appropriations Bill, filled yet again with a dumpster of culture war garbage. June is Pride Month, and as people across the country celebrate LGBTQ plus people, this MAGA Republican majority is using the appropriations process to promote hate and bigotry. And they're attacking women's rights 2 years nearly to the day since the Supreme Court ended the federal right to abortion, which unleashed abortion bans across the country and emboldened opponents of human rights around the world. And 40 years since the devastating global gag rule was first introduced to prevent NGOs from providing essential reproductive health education and access worldwide. It is shameful and it is wrong that Republicans are abusing the appropriations process to rip freedom away from Americans and try to control their lives. Enough already. Stop with the culture war nonsense and let's get to work on doing the business of the American people without all this extreme MAGA nonsense. None of these bills, none of them will be signed into law the way they are written right now. We all know that. This is not about serious legislating. This is about show business right now, performing for the most extreme right wing of the Republican base. And it is a waste of time. It is a waste of time. And I don't know what's wrong with you people, but all you seem to care about is attacking women's reproductive freedom and women's reproductive rights and beating up on the LGBTQ plus community. It is offensive. It is sick. We ought to be focused on serious matters of moving these important appropriations bills forward rather than wasting all of this time. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I want to thank our witnesses for being here, and I yield back my time.